Thanks for joining us, and today we're going to talk about Shambhavi Mudra. So, Shambhavi Mudra. What is a mudra? Well, a mudra is Sanskrit term for seal. So what we're doing is we're sealing energy in a certain area. So when you're doing pranayama, which is kind of life force control, normally when you're breathing with your energy going up and down your spine, you can use Shambhavi Mudra to keep energy up, particularly in the region of your kutastha or your Ajna chakra. So that's this area here, and inside to the brainstem, where the medulla is at the top of the spinal column, inside the brainstem, there's the medulla oblongata, and that is also the breast center. So when we're doing heart rate variability resonance breathing, we are focusing, or we're using our dorsal vagal, pressure on our dorsal vagal nerve or dorsal vagal complex, which sends us a signal to the medulla, which then tells the body to slow down the breath and to slow down the heartbeat. And so by doing Shambhavi Mudra, we are helping to keep that energy centered in the medulla/kutastha area. So the positive part of the pole of the Ajna chakra is the kutastha, which is kind of the point between the eyebrows, and then inside the head, into the brainstem, is the medulla. So we talked about how to find the chakras in the previous video. So if you need information about that, please refer to that. But Shambhavi Mudra is really actually quite simple. Normally when people teach it, they teach it in a variety of erroneous fashions. The most of which is the idea about nasikagram. So what nasikagram means in Sanskrit is the origin of the nose, but some people thought that was the tip of the nose. So that would lead to people doing this, looking cross-eyed and thinking that was Shambhavi Mudra. Well, that's not Shambhavi Mudra. Alternatively, also incorrect, people would just try and look at the point between the eyebrows and go cross-eyed. So kind of doing this thing. So that's a strain on the eyes, doesn't feel good for any length of time, and is not Shambhavi Mudra. So Shambhavi Mudra is quite simple. All you need to do, before I give you this amazing technique, if you've ever seen pictures of saints from any religion, so from Christianity, Catholic saints, or Hindu saints, when they are in rapture, so they're in communion with the divine, their eyes are tilted upwards. And they just gently look upwards. And what that does is just puts a focus sort of in your kutastha area. And as I do it, I can actually feel the negative pole, the medulla, activated immediately. So both of these polar ends of the chakra are being activated as my eyes look upwards. Now, it's not just looking upwards, because you're not looking upwards to focus on a point. What you want to do is move away from foveal vision to peripheral vision. So foveal vision is an arrow point. I am looking and focusing at something very specific, and I'm looking at it with the exclusion of basically everything else. But when I use foveal vision, I'm looking at a point but engaging my peripheral vision. So right now I can see my hands moving, and I allow my focus to go soft. So you want to do two things when you're doing Shambhavi Mudra. One is gently raise the eyes upwards. And so even 45 degrees from horizontal is totally fine. So just gently upwards. Immediately that engages your brain. It sends a burst of alpha brainwaves. So normally our brain, when we are in waking consciousness, is in the beta zone. Well, when we raise our eyes gently upwards, we get into the alpha zone, which will help us to go into a deeper state of trance state, basically. So we're moving our eyes gently upwards, looking upwards. And at the same time, we're engaging our peripheral vision. So if you want to practice this, a really good way to practice this is a technique from the Hawaiian kahuna, the Hawaiian mystic or spiritual practitioners that have been around for a long, long time. It is called hakalau. And what that is you just walk down the street, look at a point in front of you or slightly above your the horizon and engage your peripheral vision. Now, we have peripheral vision as it connects with our right hippocampus, which is a part of our brain that engages with spatial perception. So when we're normally doing things, and even if we're focusing on one thing specifically, our peripheral vision is always engaged. And we might see something that we say is out of the corner of our eye, right? Because our peripheral vision is letting us know it's there. We can see that. Our brain, our right hippocampus is like, something there, and then we'll go and look at it, right? So that's how it can trigger a reaction in our brain. But if we want to learn to engage our peripheral vision, we can practice hakalao. So that's just walking down the street, eyes slightly above the horizon, engaging the peripheral vision. You can see everything moving around you, and there's no worry that you're going to run into anything or that you're going to have a haphazard accident or whatever, because you are aware, okay? So very easy to do. Just walk outside your door, or you can even walk around inside your house or your apartment and still engage your peripheral vision and practice hakalao. So, try and do that. Go for a walk, 10, 15 minutes, engage your peripheral vision and see how you feel. You're gonna get a burst of alpha brainwaves. Your brain is gonna kind of get all calm and everything. Your breathing will get deeper. You'll get into the zone. Some people like runner's high, they usually probably will get into that. So they're just running. I know there's other endorphins and stuff from, their running experience, but they engage their peripheral vision and they are tuned into their environment, let me tell you. And their brain is totally the right hippocampus is in control. It is letting them know this thing is coming, that thing is coming, and they've got it all in, they see the whole picture, right? So you can do hakalao to practice using your peripheral vision, and when you want to use Shambhavi Mudra, and you're just doing it in a sitting practice, you can just at the beginning, just gently raise your eyes, so up to 45 degrees, and be aware of your peripheral vision. And what will happen is if you stay there for a little while, so probably I would say between 5 and 10 seconds, your eyes will begin to dilate. So your pupils will begin to dilate. And what that does is it lets additional light in and you become more sensitive, and you might start to see sort of weird colors and that kind of thing. Well, not weird colors, but you might see some blues, some greens, some reds, whatever. That is a sign that you are dilating your eyes. And that is what you want to do. You want to raise your eyes gently upwards, looking in your peripheral vision, and you dilate your eyes and you start to see those colors. And you just relax. And that's Shambhavi Mudra. And once you've practiced that a few times and you're feeling comfortable with your eyes raised and you're engaging your peripheral vision and you're starting to see that your eyes are dilating, then you can just close your eyes and still maintain that gentle upward gaze and just visualize that you're looking in a peripheral fashion, and then you will be doing Shambhavi Mudra with your eyes closed. And then you can do that in meditation. So it's really quite simple. So anyway, so those are kind of some of the insider techniques which are being taught by Forrest Knudsen, my teacher. So he was the one who tuned me on to that. I used to do Shambhavi Mudra by trying to focus right here at the Kutastha, like a laser point focus, just concentrate. And then I wouldn't have good meditations until I relaxed. And then I get into a deeper state of meditation. Well, the reason was because I was engaging my foveal vision, which is this kind of focus. And the brain, that's more on the left side of the brain, which is, has to do with symbols, time perception, all that kind of stuff, language. And it doesn't bide well for meditation. You want to shift into your right hippocampus, and Shambhavi Mudra, practice in the way that Forrest teaches, will help you to do that. So I hope you find this helpful. If you have any questions about this technique or it's not completely clear to you, feel free to shoot me an email, info@modernkriya.com, and I will happily get back to you in a timely fashion. And anyway, enjoy this. I know you have much success with it, and we will see you next time.